The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew. At that time Jesus exclaimed, "I give praise to you, Father, Lord of heaven and earth, for although you have hidden these things from the wise and the learned, you have revealed them to the little ones. Yes, Father, such has been your gracious will. All things have been handed over to me by my Father. No one knows the Son except the Father, and no one knows the Father except the Son, and anyone to whom he wishes to reveal him. Come to me, all you who labor and are burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am meek and humble of heart, and you will find rest for yourselves. For my yoke is easy and my burden light." The Gospel of the Lord. Well, the company U-Haul has been around since 1945, believe it or not. So since 1945, we have been able to haul everything that we want by ourselves. It really is a great idea, because back in the day, you used to have to rent a truck and rent a driver as well, and rent movers, and now you can save money and do it yourself. And we've kind of gotten this whole concept down of U-Haul. The idea is that we can haul out anything. And for those of you that know me, I have a truck, and I love having a truck because I got a truck bed, I got a trailer hitch from U-Haul actually, and I can haul just about anything I want to. I can throw it in the back and I can take care of it. And it's a wonderful thing. It's a blessing, but it's also a curse. So every blessing is said to come with a curse. Well, the curse of U-Haul is, guess what? We haul everything. And sometimes that can get kind of burdensome. And I think that's part of our mentality is we have this notion or this idea that we have to carry everything ourselves. U-Haul. So I put a thing on Facebook, and I just wanted to see what are some of the burdens that people carry. I wanted to find out what are the burdens that we all carry. And one of the things that actually came up pretty early on in the post was a little thing called this. One of our greatest burdens that we have now is the cell phone. Why? Because we're always connected. And we can get our email on this, we can do work on this, it's never away from us. And then if cell phones aren't enough, we have laptops. So my black backpack is a laptop.
There's so many.
We have laptops, so we carry our laptops around, and we can do work now outside of the office. We can even get work done on the weekends, and we can get work done late at night. We can continue to do that. And when we don't have our laptops, what else do we have? Our iPads, right? So now we have our iPads, and we can use these all the time to even work late at night, like even if we're sleeping in our bed, if we can't sit up and type. Now we got a laptop, and we can work on that. Let me have my backpack. So these are some of the things that we carry around with us. I asked, I continued to ask other people what were some of the things that they carried, and I found that one of the heavy burdens was medicine. So people, I think especially as you age, begin to have to take more and more medicine. So how about that little bag there? So you got like this medicine bag, and it starts off with like one little bottle, right? And then the next thing you know, you're taking another little bottle. And the next thing you know, you're taking a bigger bottle. And before you know it, you got like one of those old people cases, those pill cases, where you put all of your pills in for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, all the days of the week. So that's like a burden that we carry. One of the things that, how about the binder under that box there? Sometimes people, even in summer, have to take classwork or summer school, or continue to study for their work. So this is a binder I have, and this is spiritual reading that I do even during the summer. So that becomes sometimes a burden. How about that box now? The biggest burden I have is my files. So if you've ever been in my office, it is horrible. There's bills, there's marriage files, there's annulment files, there's paperwork all over. So another burden that we have are our files and our folders and our bills and all the paperwork that we have to do to keep up with. How about that like grocery bag? There's like a freezer bag. That definitely is not it. It's the red bag on the bottom there. So then you got a grocery shop. And sometimes that can be a burden. The grocery shopping, it's the red bag on the right, all the way over. They don't know what a grocery bag is. Don't you make these kids shop for anchors? So this is like one of those freezer bags, that you carry around with you. And maybe you're burdened by the shopping and the chores and the work that you have to do. And it's summertime, so now the landscaping's got to be done and the yard work and the grass has to get cut, and that can be a burden. So what do we try to do in the summer? We try to take vacations, right? So vacations are a big break. How about my swimming trunk in the bag over there? All right, so swimming trunk, bag, thank you. So then we go on vacation, right? And you go on vacation and you got to pack all your stuff. So you get all your stuff packed up and you come back from vacation and you think you're all rested, and then you need a vacation from vacation, right? And then you come back and you got all your office work and your work to do. And summertime's a great time for sports too, right? So there's all these sports going on with the kids, especially baseball. So kids are all playing baseball, and they got their games now and their tournaments. I have a good friend who went to his grandson's game, and he's in 7th grade. The game had a few rain delays, so they didn't start till 9:30, and the game ended at midnight. Now this was a Tuesday night, and the father had to work at 5 o'clock the next morning. So even sports can be a burden. So how about my gym bag? So even our sporting activities and things that are supposed to be fun in the summertime, those kind of become a burden, and we carry that burden. Before you know it, things start to get really heavy. And so we try to find other things to do to unburden ourselves. And one of the things I know the guys do a lot, and ladies during the summer, is golfing, right? So we try to get on the golf course. Can I have my golf bag? Now golfing, I find to be more of a burden than a joy. I love to be out in nature, but I spend more time looking for my balls than I do anything else. So then we got our golf bag. We got to try to make time for golfing. And that's another burden that we carry. Now, one of the perks of being a priest is I have someone that does my laundry for me and cooks for me sometimes, but when I take my days off for a vacation, guess who's got to do the laundry? I do. So, how about the laundry? That's actually dirty sheets. Stack it up there. Thank you. So, we have the burden of laundry. We have all these burdens that we carry around. It's the whole idea of U-Haul. You can haul it all. You can do it all, right? And we have this whole mentality that we need to carry everything. And when we do that, all by ourselves, U-Haul, we become terribly burdened. And the load is heavy. It is really heavy. And we become exhausted. And then we hear in the gospel message, "Come to me, all you who labor and are burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am meek and humble of heart, and you will find rest for yourselves." So are any of you burdened now this summer? What I invite you to do is, instead of having the mentality of U-Haul, I want you to change that mentality and change it to God-Haul. Because the idea is we're not supposed to carry everything by ourselves. When we try to be U-Hauls, we end up getting burdened and exhausted. And the Lord knows that we do this, so what does He invite us to? He says, "Come to me." So that's what I invite you to do. Whatever your burdens are right now, whatever you're carrying, whatever heavy load you may be burdened by, come to the Lord and He will give you rest. It no longer has to be U-Haul. It's supposed to be God-Haul.